Guys, any doubts in the OOPS concept till the things that what we have done? Like we have done with lot of things if you observe. Like we have done with the class, we have done with the object, we have done with the constructor, we have done with the cell, okay, and we have done with how to write functions in a class. We have done with the inheritance also. Guys, understood all these concepts? The inheritance mainly constructor, non-parameter constructor, and the parameter constructor. All these things clearly understood, or you have any doubts still here? You can ask me. Definitely, you can ask. No worries in that. All clear, right? Okay. So today I will be teaching you. Today I will be teaching you the most important point. It's not important like till inheritance only. Any data analysis people or data science people will be working. This polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation will be used by the web application developers. Okay, web application developers. So, what is the concept, guys? Polymorphism. Polymorphism. Basically, guys, polymorphism. The name is there, no? The keyword polymorphism. This keyword, this keyword, basically, this keyword like polymorphism keyword, collected from the Greek. It's a Greek word basically. It's a Greek word. What is the meaning of this in the Greek word means? Poly means basically many, many forms. Poly means basically many, many. Just poly means many, and morphism means forms. So if you even check in the internet also, if you even check in the internet also, polymorphism, which means Greek word. So poly means many and the morphism means forms and the morphism means forms. So many forms. So if you want to implement this polymorphism in a very, very detailed way, like in a very clear way, so there are two types of concepts in the polymorphism. So there are two types of concepts in polymorphism. Okay, there are two types of concepts in the polymorphism. So what are they? So what are they? One is method. Method means nothing but function, guys. Method means function. Method overloading, which means function overloading, and method, which means function. I'm writing here in a Java programming language, or in a C programming language, or in a C++ programming language. We call them as method overload. Method means function in Java programming, in C, C++. In Python, we call them as a function. Okay, method overloading and method over RADING. Okay, there are two different concepts in the polymorphism. Polymorphism is attracted from the Greek word. So where poly means many and morphism means forms. So there are two different types of polymorphisms. So method overloading and method overriding, which means function overloading and function overriding. Yes, I'm audible, right? Clear all of you? Clear, right? Following me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. These two concepts we need to learn very, very clearly. Okay. So method overloading and method overriding. First, let's discuss about overriding. Okay. I will write clearly about method overriding. Method means nothing but function. Method or RADING. Method overriding. So basically, method overriding is possible. Okay. Method overriding is possible. Method overriding is possible when when only one when only one parent class and parent class and one child class is there. Okay. So method overriding is possible when one parent class and one child class is there. Not only overriding, sometimes overloading also. It takes the help of one parent class and one child class. In a simple way, what I'm trying to say is, if you want to implement method overriding, you need to take two classes. Two classes means you can give any name. There is no need of giving only particularly parent and child, something like that. Okay, parent and child. So one parent class and one child class. Very simply, I will ask you. Very simply, I will ask you. A is equals to 10. B is A is equals to 20. Print A. What is the output, guys? Tell me. What is the output?
20.
20,
20.
sir.
20. Why? Because initially, like in the memory, first A will go and say, sir, no, A is equals to 10. First it is going saving in the memory. Next, what happens? Next, what is happening? 20 is going to override. Next, what happens? 20 is going to override. Then if you print A, you will be getting 20. Yes or no? Now see, you will be getting 20. So in the same way here, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do one thing. Please see here. Def fun, def fun print. Good morning. Def fun. Good evening. So now see guys, I'm calling fun. So this is a function calling here. I am calling the function. So here I am calling the function. So you tell me there is a function here. This is one box. There is a function here. This is another box. Okay. If I use the fun, it need to call the function. Now you tell me which function will be called. You just tell me which function will be called.
Good evening function it will give, sir.
Good evening function. Why? Because
It's
first function
overriding.
is there. Yes. First function is there. That function is overriding with the next one. Yes or no? That one is overriding with the next one. This function is overridden with the next one. So the point here is, if you see, let's say, what are the function that you see it? First you have written the function. Again with the same name you are writing, right? Again with the same name you are writing. So the second one will override the first one. Now if anyone call the fun, we'll call the second one because first one is overriding with the second one. Now see, you will be getting good evening. So guys, you tell me here, overriding or not? Just my point here is overriding or not? Is overriding or not? So the method is same, the function is same, and it is overriding. It is overriding. So the point here is where I will be using this one. Imagine guys, this is my team leader. Just today afternoon only these things happened when I am working on my application. This is my team leader. This is me. For example, I'm telling. Okay, or I am the team leader, my colleague, something like that. Okay, I have written one logic. I have written one logic in one function. In one function, I have written one logic. For example, I'm telling. And there is some issue. There is some issue in the code. You tell me this particular person can inherit to my class and he can write the same function name here and he can override the content or not. Tell me,
Yes, sir.
is possible or not? Because method overriding, same function name, same function name, this class is inherited. If I create the object for this class and if I call the function, this one only will be called. No? So method is overriding. So in that cases, to solve the issues, it is very, very helpful. So I'm going to take two things here. Let me explain you very clearly. Imagine there is imagine there is my manager class, my manager. Okay. I told you to give the Class names with the capital letters only, I'm telling you. Okay. Class names with the capital letter only. Class manager. Okay. And I'm not going to write anything in the manager as of now. So leave it empty. As of now, I'm not going to write anything in the class. So I'm going to leave it empty. This is manager class. I'm going to write very clearly here. This is manager. Manager is writing the code. And somewhere I am a module lead. So I am working here. So I am the module lead. So I am working here. Okay. So class manager, class me, class manager, class me. So I'm also not writing anything as of now. Leave it empty. I'm also not going to write anything. Leave it empty. The point here is imagine my manager has written a function. My manager has written a function. Okay. In the function, he has written some logic or something he has done. Okay. Yes, done. So there is a function here. For example, in the manager class, there is a function fun. Inside something is there. I got to know that my manager has done something, some mistake in the function. Some mistake in the function. My manager is not understand because every manager will won't listen to the employees. This is fact in the IT. Okay. So what I will do, I will connect it to with my manager code. I will inherit. See what I will do. I will connect. I am connecting with my manager. So what I'm saying is def same function name I'm writing. So what I'm doing here is same function name I'm writing. Same function name. I told you you are writing the function inside a class means make sure that you write self. Make sure that you write a self. Okay. I'm writing the same function as a module lead. What I'm doing, I'm writing the same function. Inside that I will write some logic. So see, print, I'm writing good evening. Okay, good evening. So now what I will do in the application, what I will do, I will tell the application to call my function. Guys, you tell me if he call my function means will he this function will execute, will my function will execute? You tell me.
Both, sir.
Both. If I create
Manager
a
also. Inheritance also.
if I create a object which is Anil for the class me. Okay, me. So this is the name. Anil is the name. Okay. What is the name? Anil is the name. Okay. So if Anil belongs to which class? Anil belongs to this particular class. Okay. If we call, like see, if we call the fun, this function will be executed. But what I have done, whatever the things that my manager has done, I have overridden those things here. So I am calling the fun automatically. Whatever my manager does doesn't matter for me now. Whatever the code he has done doesn't matter for me because same function name I have written. And if I call the fun, this will be called. So the issues are overriding or not, guys, tell me. You are solving the issue or not? You got my point? What I'm saying is overriding. So you are writing one code in your class. You have written one function. You have done some mistake. What I will do? You can ask me, sir, why you are doing all these things? Imagine like a real time person. Okay, in the real time, now front end technology will be there, back end will be there, databases will be there, APIs will be there, lot of things will be there. Okay, everything will be maintained connections. Okay, so what we will do if there is any issue happening in the class as a person, as an employee, I will take this, I will inherit, I will take the same function here and I will write the logic here, correct logic. And I will tell everyone to call my function instead of calling this function because I know that there is an issue here. But same function name I'm writing here. But what I'm doing, same function, no, same thing I'm writing here. Same thing I'm writing here with a very good content. So automatically the application will run without facing any issue. This kind of concept, method of overriding, same function name I will use and I will override the things. Not only overriding, you need to tell the application. So for example, let's say I will tell you here, this is your customer. I will give you best example, customer. Customer is searching for a product. That product, whenever he is searching for a product, the route, the API is coming for this particular class. But there is a issue. Is happening in the class. So what I will do? Okay, there is a issue is coming. I will keep the class like that only. I won't do anything. But what I have done, I have inherited the class. Whatever the faults, I mean, whatever the drawbacks are there in this function, same function name I am writing, and I am writing a good logic here. And now I will tell. The calling. The calling, instead of calling this one, I will change the location to this one. Now tell me guys, if there is any issue in the fun, that is okay. But I am inheriting the same or whatever the drawbacks are there here, I am changing and I am telling to call my class, not my manager class. The issue is solved or not? The issue will be
Yes, sir,
solved.
solved.
Okay. So this is how the method overriding. This is how in the real time you can use the solution. This is how you will be using the real time. There is another one. What is the next one? What is the next one? Method overloading. Method overloading means, guys, I will write one very good logic here. Okay. Very, very good logic. So method means function overloading. Method overloading. See, first I will write the code, then I will explain. I'm going to write a function and I'm going to write in suppose I'm writing like this. First I will write the code, guys. Just I will explain. Don't worry. Okay, guys, I have written one function. So very best example, I have created one function. Okay, I created a function and I have written some conditions here. Now see, guys, I'm calling a function. So guys, see, I am calling. You know, this is a function. Okay, this is a function. Listen my points very clearly. This is function. So I am calling the function. What I am doing is I am calling the function. So when I am calling the function here, when I am calling the function, guys, am I sending anything here? Am I sending anything?
No.
I am not sending anything. So I am calling the function. So A will be none, B will be none because I am not sending anything. Here already A none, B none is there. If you send anything, it will override. You are not sending anything, no? You are not sending anything. Okay, you are not sending anything, so they will be none only. Now go here. If A double equal to none and B double equal to none, condition to go inside, it will print happy. What will be the output? I am happy. Okay. Now see, same function. If I just pass 10, you are calling the function 10, you are giving to A. So now A means 10, none will be overridden with the 10. B means none only. If A not equal to none and B equal to none. So there is another parameter. If A not equal to none and B equal to condition 2, what will be the output? What will be the output? I am from India. For example, if I am passing B equal to, suppose if I am passing B equal to 10. So now A will be none, B equal to 10. Now see, A equal to none, B equal to B not equal to none. Now output will be what? USA. Suppose, see here, if I am passing both, if I am passing 10 comma 20, passing 10 comma 20, 10 I am giving to A, 20 I am giving to B. So it will go to else because top three conditions are not satisfying. What will be the output? I am from Canada. As you see here, a single function, just because of user is changing the parameters, the function is changing its behavior or not. Tell me. Imagine one customer will give one thing, another customer will give one more thing, another customer will give one more thing. But whatever the user is giving, automatically my function is working or not. You tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's working
Yes, sir.
and
No. So,
changing.
yes or no? Like if I won't pass anything, first condition. So according
Yes.
to the conditions, it is working. The point here is imagine continuously the customers are passing some inputs and the function is working. Function overloading, method overloading, a single function according to the customer's inputs. For example, the customer is passing one thing, it is behaving. Some other point of view, it is working. Some other point of view, it is working. So it doesn't matter what the customer is giving. Doesn't matter what the customer is giving. But my function is working and the same function is repeating. Function is loading. Method overloading means what different executions are coming, different tasks are coming, but my function is working really fine. So method overloading means you are loading one function with different inputs, loading, keeping some kind of pressure, keeping some kind of a lot of pressure on top of the function. That is what method overloading. Guys, understood? What is the meaning of method overloading? Function will be only one, but you keep on using the same one for different executions, for different tasks. That is known as a method overloading. Guys, I hope you got the answer clearly.
Yes, sir.
So this is completely oops. Irrespective of this slot will be there. Encapsulations, but those things waste of time. Those things comes under the web applications. So here it is very enough in the oops, mainly for data science community. Analysis still here only there enough, but for the data science they need inheritance and polymorphism. So I have teached both for analysis and science. Now I am going to take a moment and I am going to tell you guys. Let's divide the data. Let's divide the Python into 4 pieces. Okay. Let's divide the Python into 4 pieces. Part 1, part 2, part 3. Everyone please take the notes and write all these things. Or you will be having some confusions. We need to focus a lot on Python. That's it. So Python. So basically Python is divided into how many types, guys? Basic, intermediate, what is the last one, guys? What is the last part? Oh, production level. So nowhere you will get this content, but I will explain you. Daily I will work with the production only. Okay. So now, chalo, guys, come tell me, what are the basic concepts that you learned? So first I learned about data types. Data types, memory allocation, yes or no? Like memory allocation. Memory allocation means how the variable will go and save. How many bytes of memory will be occupied, guys, for the integer? Tell me.
32 bits.
32 bits. Remember, no, that is what the memory allocation. So
32 bits.
data types, memory allocations, variables. Rules to create the variables. I'm telling you. Rules to create variables. Okay. This also we have seen. I told you clearly about print condition. I hope everyone remember print condition. I told you completely about the print condition also. Then I clearly discussed about the string, the list, all end to end. Yes or no? All the built-in functions, mutables or immutable, slicing, skipping, everything. String, a list, tuple. I told you about the
Sir,
set and I told you about the
dictionary.
dictionary. Every built-in function without missing everything we have discussed end to end from the scratch. So these concepts and introduction to library, how to use the math library, all these concepts comes under the basic level. Guys, all these things we have done now.
Yes,
All
sir.
these things.
Yes, sir.
Next come. Next, then what we have done? We move to the intermediate Python. In the intermediate Python, I think
For
everyone
loop,
learned for loops,
while loop.
condition, if condition, else conditions. And we discussed about while loop and also break. Then I clearly told you about functions. So parameter functions and non-parameter functions. Lambda function and map filter reduce optional. I won't include anywhere. It's an option functions. Waste of time. So don't spend time on that. So for loops, if else, elif, while loop, break and functions, and most importantly, file handling. Yes, this has done or not? You tell me these concepts.
Yes, sir.
I'm just cross checking like whether I teach it or not. That's why I'm writing. So functions file handling. Clear now? This we have done now, all of you? Okay. Next in the advanced concepts, let's see about what is like is this one? Exception handling. Okay. Exception handling we have seen.
File handling and exception handling advanced, sir.
File handling basic one is nothing. Exception handling is important. Exception handling, SYS module I told you how to use the exception handling. SYS module. Then class, object, constructor. Okay, constructor. And I told you about inheritance, and I told you about polymorphism. Guys, all these concepts are covered here also, like local variables, global variables. All these concepts are done till the advanced Python. Do we missed anything?
No, sir.
Everything finished, sir.
Now, okay, so we have done a very good job. Like we travel from the base level to advanced level, and I'm telling you, you can use me in Python. I'm telling you because many years I know end to end about Python. Any doubts you have, you can ask me. Mainly in Python, AI, data science, and AI. Okay. Let's say next one is what production level, and we have assignments completed now. All of you, like what are the assignments that I have given? 6 questions, I think I have given. Few things I received, I have just verified, but I need to check them out and I will give the feedbacks also. Don't worry in that. Now, and this weekend I will tell the solutions for previous assignment, these assignments, and everything. Don't worry in that. Now, production level, very, very important. Lot of students, I'm telling you, lot of students, they won't focus on this. I don't know why. But in interviews, everyone will ask the production level only. If you have the knowledge on the production level, you can survive in the market. So let's see what is this production level everything. Production level means the concepts. Okay, listen my words very clearly. Production level means the concepts which are used. Okay, the concepts which are used during the time of deployment or developing an application in a high level way, in a very high level way. When we are developing the application, on that time we are going to use those concepts. Those concepts, I will call them as a production level concepts. Okay. So let's see them very, very clear. So I just lift my pen 1 minute. Okay. So what are the concepts that comes under production level? Let's see. So the production level concepts are: what is processor? What is process? Second one. Second one, multiprocessing. One shot into the question. Multiprocessing. What is a thread? Multi-threading. OS module perfectly. Time module perfectly. Okay. OS module perfectly. Time module perfectly. These concepts, I'm making them as a start. You just note down everything. What is a process? Multiprocessing, thread, multi-threading, OS module, and time module. OS module and time module. So let's start and learn the production level concepts very clearly. So there is no need of hurry here. So what is a process? Okay. So for that purpose, what I'm going to do is, as of now, whatever the work that we have done, I'm going to save it, remove it, come back. I'm going to open a new file that is known as a okay. What is so let me write here advanced production level Python. Production level Python. Okay. So for that
Sir,
purpose,
multitasking and killing process కింద వస్తాయి సార్ ప్రొడక్షన్ లెవెల్లోనే.
ఏంటమ్మా
మల్టీ టాస్కింగ్ అండ్ కిల్లింగ్ ప్రాసెసర్ అని చెప్పి అవి కూడా ఆ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ కూడా ఇందులోనే వస్తాయి సార్.
ఇక్కడ వస్తాయి కదా, ప్రాసెస్ పిల్ చేయడం, థ్రెడ్ అని పిల్ చేయడం.
ఓకే సార్.
ప్రొడక్షన్
ఓకే
production level Python. So let's say production level Python. Let's see very clearly. Process. Yes. What is the meaning of a process? See, very simply I will tell you. Imagine this is a CPU. I hope everyone knows how the processor looks like. CPU. CPU means what? Processor. And I hope everyone knows how the CPU looks like. This is a processor. In the lab, in our laptops, this is how the processor will be. If you take the i7 or i3 or i5, any kind of things, this is known as a processor. Processor means what? Which is a central processing unit. It's a central processing unit, i5, i7, or it might be anything. Come here. So, guys, whatever the work that you are doing till now, whatever the work that you are doing, so we have done a lot of work in the Python. If you see, lot of work we have done in the Python. Everything is executing by the main CPU. Like suppose this my laptop is having i5. My laptop suppose is having i5. So I'm going to write here a logic. So print good morning. So if I run it, if I run this one, who is running, guys? Who is running this one? My CPU. Okay. So you can tell me like, sir, Python is running now. So Python is working by CPU only now at the end of the day. So my CPU, which means i5 means my CPU, is running the code. Okay. Yes or no? It is running and it is executing. The question here is, all the work if you keep on the CPU, so like completely you are hardening the CPU, like 60% of the CPU consumptions you are using for the code running, and 20% if you are using for the watching movie, and 20% if you are using for some other purpose. This is not possible. This is not the proper way. For example, imagine this. A best example I will give. I hope lot of people are here Dhoni fans. So this is my CPU. This is a Hotstar application. This is, for example, Hotstar application. When Dhoni comes automatically, it goes to 10 crore, yes or no? It goes to the 10 crore. So all the 10 crore inputs will be managed by the CPU, yes or no? My i5 only. Am I right or wrong? All the 10 crore people are coming and watching the Hotstar. All that workload will be applied on CPU only. Yes or no? You tell me. Will your CPU will work? You tell me. Will your CPU will work? It will. It will not work at all. If you implement like that, it won't work. It is impossible. I'm telling you. It is highly impossible. Okay, don't work. That is fact. Then what we have to do? Then you can ask me what we have to do. Guys, there is a flexibility. Lot of people don't know that one. What is that is? Imagine this is a CPU. For example, imagine this is a CPU. A single CPU, I'm telling you. A single CPU, you can, how many of you know like Marvel movies, guys? Tell me. Do you know Marvel kind of things? Loki character. I think recently Kalki movie also like one Prabhas, he will become 10 Prabhases. One Loki, he will become 10 Lokis. Yes or no? Okay. Basically here process means nothing but if you run the code, your CPU is executing the code. Process means my CPU is running the code. But what I will do, I know I have a lot of work, lot of a heavy big application I'm developing. I'm going to develop a big application. Okay. So for if imagine Hotstar as I mentioned, it is not possible. Like if you keep all the work on the CPU, if you keep all the work, like 10 crore people are watching Hotstar means those many inputs that load will come on the CPU. So imagine how it is possible. Just if we use the computer for 2 to 3 days continuously only, it will become very slow. Yes or no? Okay, it becomes very slow. But the point here is the point here is if it is not possible to implement everything on a single CPU. So what I will do, I will make the generally this is the process. Process means CPU will execute the code simple, but multi-processing. What is multi-processing? Multi-processing means this original CPU is there, no. This original CPU is there, no. Original CPU, I will make them into I will make them into two pieces. Two pieces means two clones. Two clones. Clones means like I will make them like this is one. So see, I will make them like a child one. I will make them into other part. I will give it to child. I will make them into another one child two. So you can ask me. This is the original one. This is the original. Okay, this is original. From here, I'm making a copy. Same. This is i5 means this is also i5. This is also i5. That possibility is there in the CPU. CPU is having those behavior. Guys, you're following me? You can ask me like, sir, only one CPU is there now in my laptop. That is one CPU only, but I can make a copy of it. This is i5. I can make this is i5. I can make this is also i5. I can make the copies definitely. That is for sure. Okay. So now what I will do is I will tell the main CPU. I will tell the main CPU. Okay. Before going to that, I will do one thing. I will give an example for you. I will give an example. Guys, I will write two functions. I will write two functions. This is one function. For example, I will write this is first function. Suppose I will write some other function. This is function 2. This is normally my CPU, which is i5 processor. I will tell my CPU to run this particular function and to run this particular function. I will tell my
हाँ 1200 का खुशी पापा रे 1200 টাকার ওষুধ
okay. I will tell the CPU. So don't mute the mic, guys. So here is the only platform like you can mute the mic. So
মুখেও দেখাইছে আর ওইগুলো
don't unmute the mics unwantedly, okay? Okay. Now see what I will do is I will tell my CPU, i5 processor to run this function and to run this function.
প্যান্ডেল মানে গাড়ির তেল নাই বল
Just to give me a minute, guys. Okay, see, guys, there is a CPU. I am telling my CPU to run the function 1 and to run the function 2. Guys, you learn the functions, no? You learn the functions concept, no? You tell me if I write two functions and if I tell to execute, after completing the first function, it will execute the second function, or else both the things will run simultaneously. Tell me. You got my point? I will write the questions also in front of you. See, I will write the logic. Let's say I am going to create a function, guys. What I am going to create? Function 1 I am going to create as India. Okay, function is India. Okay, normal function. Function India. Here what I am going to do is for I in range of 1 to 11, print I. So def USA for I in range of 51 to 61. Print I. India, USA. Guys, now tell me, you need to tell me the answer. This is calling the function, and this is also calling. Yes or no? So, this is one function. This is one function. Okay, two functions are there. Imagine this is my CPU. Imagine this is my CPU. I am telling my CPU, see, I am telling my CPU to execute India function. Guys, I am telling my CPU to run India function. You tell me if I call the CPU, if I tell the India function, till the completing of the India function, it will wait or not? You tell me.
Yes, sir. It will
Sir,
wait.
Yes or no? Yes, of course. First you are calling the India function. So India function will be called and it will execute till it after completing this execution only, it goes to the next line. In the next line, America is there, America function will be called and this will be executed. Yes or no? Do they execute it simultaneously?
No.
Do they execute
No, sir.
simultaneously? No. Here see line by line execution
Time
Python.
by line execution.
Yes, here in this line, what is there? India. India will be called, all the things will run. Next, after completing this line, go to next line. In the next line, USA is there. In the USA again, all the things will come. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see, the point is, I will make it even more comfortable for you to understand the concept. To understand the concept here, I will make one thing. Guys, there is a concept, no, there is a library basically. There is a library which is known as a time library. See, import time. There is a library called time library. So using the time library, what you can do is you can make them sleep. For example, what I'm saying is, see, here what I'm going to do is time dot in the time library, there is a function called, I told you in the math library, factorial function. Here also same kind of thing. In the library, in the time library, there is a function called sleep. I want to sleep for 0.5. I will tell you. See here very clearly. This is one function. This is one function. Okay. This is another function. I am telling the CPU to execute India. See, I am telling the CPU to execute function called India function. Okay, it is coming. So first I value will pick 11. Sorry, I value will pick 1, go inside. I value will pick 1, go inside. What you are doing is here, for 5 nanoseconds you are waiting. Yes or no? For 5 nanoseconds you are waiting. Going inside and you are printing 1. Next iteration, it will pick 2. Go inside for 5 nanoseconds you are waiting and 2. Next iteration, again it will pick 3. Go inside for 5 nanoseconds you are waiting. Go inside and print 3. So like that, for every iteration, how many times you are, for every iteration, how many seconds you are waiting, guys? How many nanoseconds?
0.5 nanoseconds.
0.5 nanoseconds you are waiting. Here also I will do. See, okay. I am calling India. India will be called. It will take lot of time because every iteration you are making sleep. Every iteration you are making sleep. So it will take some time. After completing this only, listen my words. After completing this only, next this line will be called America. I mean USA. So this one will call. This one will execute. So this loop also I will keep some time. Okay, I will keep some time. So India is completed. India, I'm calling India is completed. Next US I am calling. US will go inside. Total 10 iterations. First iteration pick 51, go inside. We'll wait for 5 nanoseconds, then go inside. Next iteration 52, go inside. Wait for 5 nanoseconds, print to 52. So what I'm trying to say is, you are telling the CPU to execute Indian function. After completing India function only, after completing India, how much time it takes doesn't matter. Sir, it will take 10 minutes means it will wait for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes only it will go for the USA function. Once completing this one, then only it will go to the next one. I'm telling you, keep this in mind. Because Python is a line by line execution. Okay, now I will tell you one thing. I will tell you one thing. Here, I will write here very clearly to understand this function, this print is because of India function. Okay, I'm writing India function. This is because of USA function. Yes or no, simply I'm writing. Okay. First is a function, second is a function. CPU is calling India. Till the India function completes, it will wait. After completing India only, USA will be called. So USA will execute on that time. Okay, now I will find out total how much time. Total how much time is taking to run this code. Total how much time will take to run this code. I will find out. I will find out. Guys, I went to movie, for example. I went to movie at 2 o'clock. I came out of theater at 6 o'clock. What is the duration of the movie? What is the duration of the
4
movie?
hours, sir.
4 hours, yes or no? Now see what I'm going to do is. Now what I'm going to do is, see. I will write here starting time, which means starting time is before going to start running the code. Before going to start running this code, starting time, time dot time. So in the time library, there is a function. In the time library, there is a function called time function. Time dot time. So time library, time function. What it will do? It will give the current time, which is 9:04. 9:04 will be in the starting time. Okay. After completing this code, after executing this code, I will write here. I will write here ending time. Ending time. Time dot time. Yes or no? Guys, suppose I'm start running the code. My time is 9:04, for example. 9:04 will come and save here. After completing this code, my time is now again time. It is 9:05, for example. So now what I will do? Tell me. 9:05 ending time. Yes or no? Ending time minus starting time. Will I get the time or not? You tell me. Yes, you understood what I have done?
Yes, sir, it will get, sir.
Like a timer, sir.
Yeah? Sorry?
Timer set chesnante, sir.
Yes. So first I'm finding like what is the time. After completing this code, what is the time? So last time minus starting time will be nothing but the total time, right? How much time it collected. Now see, you are telling the CPU to run India function and USA function. Once completing the India function only, the USA function will be called. In the India function, every iteration you are waiting for 5 nanoseconds. In the USA also same. Now see, if I run the code, see here guys, first India call. After completing India only, USA function is called. Total how many seconds guys? Total how many seconds it is collected? 10. 10 seconds, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
10 seconds it takes time to run this code. Imagine Hotstar, Netflix, Prime Videos. So there are very, very big applications. If you write 100 functions, for example, if I write 100 functions and if I want to watch the live cricket, if I just click on play, if I click on the live, how much time it will take? It will take me to show the live. If for example, what I'm trying to say is, you are clicking on the live, so directly live function will not call. No, before lot of functions are there. After completing everything, only slowly it will
Opens
take
the
your
live.
input. Yes or no? For
Yes, sir.
example, before you one customer is there, so for him it will show live. Then again for other customer. Then again for other customer. How much delay the process is? You got my point?
Sir.
Lot of delay. If you do the code, if you do the coding on top of the single CPU, it will take long time because CPU will run line by line individually. I hope you got it. What is the drawback? It will take long time. Imagine 100 functions are there, 1000 people are watching the Hotstar. You are the 1001 number. If you open the Hotstar, if you want to watch the movie, you need to wait for almost 1 hour, 2 hours. Because in front of you, 1000 people are there, 1000 functions. Okay. That is the biggest drawback. That is the biggest drawback with the single processor. Okay, with the single processor. Now I am going to take a concept which is known as a multi-processing. What is the concept? Guys, you understood the drawback? You understood, everyone? Guys, everyone understood or not? Multi-process. I mean, the drawback if you just execute the code with the help of one CPU, imagine how much time it is taking. See, first after completing India only, it is going with USA, like how much time it is taking. Like this, if you build applications, it is very, very hard. Like, see, if I go to the internet, if I just click on the Hotstar, it won't open that much fast, I'm telling you. It won't open this much fast. Because before you, lot of people are there to open the Hotstar now. So you need to wait for a long time. So applications won't be speed. So this type of coding are not recommended in the production level. Not only in the production level, nowhere it is allowed, I'm telling you. Nowhere they are allowed. So there is a concept known as a multi-processing. Multi-processing. What do this concept will do? See, listen here, guys. This is my CPU. What is this, guys? This is my i5 CPU. i5 processor CPU. Okay. In Python there is a flexibility. There is a flexibility that I can clone the CPUs. I can make a copy of the CPUs, guys. I'm telling you, I can make the copy of the CPUs. So what I will do is, I will make one CPU copy. See, copy is nothing but suppose I'm teaching you. See, in the same way, my copy if they are teaching another class. Okay, both are same, but a copy. I can create a copy using in the Python. I can create a copy. So what I will do? This is the main. This is main processor. Processor means CPU. This is main processor. So what I am doing from the main processor, from me, I am going to create two more clone, two commands. Total three on the time. Now from the main CPU, I am making a copy. First copy, this one. I am calling them as C1 processor. This CPU is known as a C1, for example. Another copy I am making, that is known as an C2 processor. Okay, C2 processor. I will tell the C1 processor to run India function. I will tell the C2 processor to run the USA function. Guys, now tell me, both are different CPUs. These both are different CPUs. This CPU agenda is to run India function. This CPU agenda is to run the USA function. And sir, what about this main CPU then? Main CPU, see, listen here very clearly. From the main CPU, you created the copies. I can use main. I will tell main CPU. Hey, you just have a look how they are working. Just to have a look how they are working. Simultaneously, I will use this CPU for watching YouTube. Watching YouTube. Yes or no? I can do some work. Lot of things. Guys, you tell me how many works you can do with the help of CPU. CPU is it's like an ocean. I'm telling you. Okay, you can do lot of things. But guys, you understood this one? The structure you understood?
సార్ ఎక్స్క్యూజ్ మీ సార్ ఇదంతా లోకల్ ప్రాసెసర్ లోనే జరుగుతుందా సార్ మనకి లోకల్ సిస్టమ్ లోనేనా సార్
Yes, the local system only.
ఓకే సార్
Okay. Guys, understood now? The concept you understood now? Okay. Now see, what I'm going to do is first, from the scratch I will do. First, I will tell you one example. Okay. So don't worry in that. See, first main CPU. Okay. Main CPU. How to write the main CPU in Python? I mean main processor. How to write the main CPU in Python? Write like this. If underscore name underscore double equals to main. Okay. So this means what this? This line, if underscore name double equal to underscore name means main CPU. Main CPU means whatever the CPU that you have in your system. In my system, I have i5 processor. So my main CPU. What I am telling, see, what I am telling inside, because you need to tell the main CPU, no, this is main. This is main processor. So I am inside the main processor. Inside the main processor, I am telling to create. Guys, what I am telling? I am telling to create C1 processor. Okay, C1. How to create C1, sir? There is a library. See, import. See, import multiprocessing. There is a library for multiprocessing. Using this, we can create. So main CPU. So main CPU. Inside the main CPU, what I am telling is, I will create a sub CPU, C1 CPU. So I think not multiprocessing, processing, I think so. Import okay. Okay, multiprocessing. So see, using this library, multiprocessing library, okay, multiprocessing dot, there is a function called process. Okay, this is a library, guys, I'm telling you. Multiprocessing is a library. In that there is a function called process. So the name I am giving C1. Keep it like that, C1. Okay. So multiprocessing that process, which means C. Multiprocessing is a library. In that there is a function called process, which is used to create the clone, which is used to create the copy. What is the copy name, guys? C1. Copy is nothing but C1. Another one I am going to create. What is another one? C2. Listen my things very clearly. So C2 is equals to multiprocessing dot process. So C1, C2 I have created in the main memory, I mean main processor. Guys, understood till here, everyone? Understood till here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now what is my agenda? My agenda is I want to tell that C1 to execute India function. I want to tell C2 to execute USA function. Yes or no? Sir, where is India function and USA function? Same thing I will copy, guys. I'm telling you. Same thing I will copy and I will paste it here. See, India function as it is, USA function as it is. I'm copying. So I am going to tell C1 to run C1. I'm going to tell C1 to run which function, guys? Which function?
India function, sir.
India function. So see, target. Target is equals to
India.
India function. Okay. Are you passing anything like for that particular function? For that particular function, are you passing anything? No, I'm not passing anything. Make it empty. Arguments means are you passing any parameters to here? I'm not passing anything. Next, C2 target is what?
Yes, sir.
C2 target is USA. Are you passing anything? I'm not
No.
passing. I'm not passing anything, so I'm not accepting anything. Okay, guys, you understood not till here?
Yes, sir.
Now see what I am going to do is I am tell to start. I will tell to start. Start means see this is all the setup I have done from the main processor. I created two things. I am telling the C1 that you need to execute India. I am telling the C2 that you need to execute USA. Okay, till here fine, fine. But I didn't tell to start. Now what I will do? Hey C1, I'm telling the C1. I'm telling the C1, please start. Please start. I'm telling C2, please start. So if I tell the C1 start means C1 will start and C1 will execute India. C1, now you need to tell me, guys. C1 CPU is executing India. In the first iteration, it will pick one, it will go inside. Inside it is waiting for 5 nanoseconds. On that time, C2 is also starting, no? So
Yes,
C2
sir.
simultaneously it will run or not, both of them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Both will run simultaneously. Both are two different CPUs now. Okay, so this will run simultaneously. At a time they will run. Both are two different CPUs. And
Yes.
so see, C1 dot start, C2 dot start. Both will start at. So this one CPU is running this one CPU is running this one at a time. At a time. So now you can ask me one question. Sir, what my main memory will do? What? I am not telling anything to do my main memory. From the main memory, I created two CPUs. So they will do the job. So this will do nothing. But if you want to stay, like if you want to tell the main processor, please stay till they complete the work, means it will stay. That also you can give. That flexibility is also there. But as of now, I'm not telling the main CPU to wait. Guys, understood now? Can we run? Can we run?
Yes.
Two different CPUs are executing two different functions. Here also, now we will check the time. Time is
Time.
important, na?
0.5.
Time is important. So
Nine.
first, where you want to keep the starting time? Here, because in the main memory only you are starting time. So at the starting time, you are creating two CPUs, and you are telling the CPUs to run. So one CPU will run this one CPU will run this one. After completing all the things, say all the executions, here what I will do? These two, yes or no? Before creating the CPUs, guys, you understood? I hope everyone. Before creating the CPUs, I'm collecting the time. After creating the CPUs, after completing the job, I'm collecting the time. Before and after, if you see. See, now let me run. Simultaneously, they will run, guys. See, simultaneously, they will run. But the question here is, sir, I'm not getting the output. I'm not getting the output. Don't worry. See, you are telling the C1 to run, you are telling the C2 to run. But you need to tell, I'm telling you, like, you need to inform that this main processor, see, if it created a CPU, this is doing this job, but who is taking care of this too? Main processor should take care, yes or no? You can use this for some other purpose. One of the part, a small part need to take care of this. A small part will need to take care of this. Okay. So I will do one thing here. C1 dot join C2 dot join. Sir, why you are writing C1 dot join C2 to join? Join means so I'm going to start C1 and C2. Okay, C1 is executing India, C2 is executing USA. Okay. So what I'm telling, okay, what I'm telling here is, so C1.join means I am telling the main processor. I am telling the main processor to wait till the C1 completes its work. I am telling the C2 to wait till the main processor till it completes its work. I'm telling the main processor to wait, and I'm telling the CPU to wait till C1 completes its work. That's why I'm writing join. I'm telling the main processor to wait till C1 and C2. Now see if I run. Now see if I run. See guys, simultaneously we are getting the output. How many seconds it takes, guys?
5,
Five.
Five
Before how much time?
5 seconds, sir.
Before
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
which is fast?
Multiprocessing.
Yes or no?
Time
This
saving. sir.
even more you can do that we will do in the next sections. Okay. So for next 2 to 3 days, you will be having this on a production level. This is a basic intro I have given. So tomorrow I will tell you like what is the purpose of join exactly. If we won't keep the join, what happens? Next, what is how can we create multiple process? How can we make the connections? Then what is a thread? Why the thread comes to picture? All these things. I hope you understood the overview, right? First of all,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
understood everyone? Okay. All clear, all of you? Oops, concept, all these things. All clear?
Yes, sir.
Aditya, Bhaskar.
Yes, sir.
And mainly, my team is telling like for the morning people, there are morning people which I used to teach. They also joined in the evening because this July month I am not available in the morning. Yes, due to what happened is in my company wherever I am working, the freshers they have deleted the Docker containers. Okay, so we have the deadline till 30 July. So we need to build entire application within just build 30. So night shifts, morning shifts we are doing. So I have no time in the morning. So till this month, from August 1st, like I will take normally only. I will take the classes normal in the morning. If anyone like if you're facing the time issues this month, so I have no choice. For this month, like if you are facing any issues like you need only in the morning, please inform the team. They will be arranging some other trainers and they will be telling you in the morning. But this month I will be available till the month and I will available only in the evening. Okay, if anybody no issues means they can join in the evening only or till this month. On the next month I will take in the morning only. So no issues in that. Okay. Thank you everyone. So still unable to understand how libraries will import. Okay, I will tell you tomorrow very clearly once again. You can find the material like the materials will be in the drive. Please collect from there and do practice. See you tomorrow.